Hey guys, Mike here, and in this clip we're going to put the Samsung Galaxy S3 next to the new Blackberry Z10, and I'm going to tell you which one is the better pick these days and why. So let's get going. Aesthetically, the two are miles apart. Yes, both are made from plastic, but there's the glossy finishing on the Galaxy on one side and the matte and grippy one on the Z10 on the other. So I can't really say which one is the most appealing, that's up to you to decide, but I can tell you that the Blackberry is the more robust handset of the two. Of course, the Z10 is slightly more compact than the SGS 3 since it offers a smaller screen, but it's actually a bit thicker and heavier as well. As a result, both phones feel alright in hand, although I for one do find the Galaxy just a bit too large, and some of you might as well, especially if you're coming from an iPhone or any other phone with a smaller display. Having a look around the two devices, you'll notice that they are pretty close when it comes to ports and features. On the SGS 3 there's a micro USB port that acts as video output as well, while on the Z10 you get separated micro USB and micro HDMI ports. The backplates are removable on both phones, revealing replaceable batteries plus the micro SIM and micro SD card slots. Flipping the phones over, it's time to have a look at the front faces. On the SGS 3 there's a 4.8-inch screen, while on the Z10 there's only a 4.2-inch one. A front-facing camera, some sensors and a notification LED are to be found on top of the two screens in either case. On the Samsung there's also a home button flanked by two capacitive controls on the bottom as well, but nothing of this sort on the Blackberry, and you'll find out a bit later why. Speaking about the displays, there's more setting them apart besides the size. The Samsung uses an AMOLED panel with a pentile matrix, which means that blacks are truly black and colors are oversaturated and a bit unrealistic, while the Blackberry uses an IPS panel with an RGB matrix, which makes the screen brighter, does better in strong light, and the colors more natural looking. The contrast and black levels, however, are not impressive. Even so, I for one fancy the screen on the Z10, but you on the other hand might not. That's only a matter of personal preference. Let's move on and have a look at the things you can actually do with these two devices. I'm not going to focus on hardware specs, those aren't really that important since both phones are going to be more than powerful enough for most of you. I will tell you however that the SGS 3 is running Android 4.1 JellyBean with TouchWiz on top, while the Z10 is powered by a new Blackberry 10 operating system. Of course, it's difficult to say which one is better than the other, as they are so different. Both OSs have their learning curves and both can be enjoyable once you get a hold of how they work. Android is the more customizable and has been around for a while, so there's a fair chance you've come across an Android handset already, while Blackberry 10 is brand new and might seem weird at first. And that's because it is a gesture-based OS, thus the Blackberry Z10 lacks any kind of fixed buttons, physical or virtual. You'll need some time to get used to that, but like I said, once you'll understand the basic concepts behind it, you might actually enjoy the experience. I know I did. Anyway, both phones are snappy in everyday activities and can take care of most of your requirements, as you can see from the next couple of seconds. Of course, software-wise, both handsets have strong points and quirks. The SGS 3 has the full power of the Android ecosystem behind it, plus a set of useful Samsung apps and add-ons. The Z10 has that awesome keyboard, the Blackberry hub that aggregates all your messages and notifications in one place, and the flow experience that integrates the basic apps in order to provide a faster and more intuitive way of handling your daily tasks. On the other hand, there's the keen lack of third-party applications in the Blackberry World Store, which is going to be a deal breaker for an experienced smartphone user. Plus the very little options for customizations and changes, which once again you might ask from your handset. Softer aside, there are some other things you should consider when having these two phones side by side. For starters, there's the average battery life you're getting on each charge, where the SGS 3 wins hands down thanks to its larger battery. The Galaxy can easily go through the day even with heavy use, while the Blackberry will barely make it till the evening with average use, which is not what I want in my phone. And then you might think about the cameras on these two. Both smartphones feature front-facing cameras for video calls and 8-megapixel shooters with flash on the back, and each has its own interface and features that you'll need to master. At the end of the day though, quality-wise, I'd say that the pics and the videos coming out of the Galaxy S3 are a notch better than the ones coming from the Z10. Last but not least, there's the price, and that's actually an easy one, as both phones start at $199 in the US with 2-year contracts. In some of the other countries though, the Z10 is actually more expensive than the Galaxy right now, but I'd expect prices to drop in the next month. In the end, choosing between the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Blackberry Z10 is not an easy task. Besides having to juggle between two different software environments and ecosystems, there are also all the other aspects that matter: the size, the looks, the screen, the battery life and the price tags. Those being said, I do believe that right now the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the other top-of-the-line Android handsets for that matter is going to be a smarter pick for the average or enthusiast smartphone user. That doesn't mean that the Blackberry Z10 is not a good phone. It's a very good phone, but the immature ecosystem and poor battery life are dragging it down. However, if you're looking for a fast and solid phone with an average sized screen and you just don't care much about apps, want a new experience, or you're just a die-hard Blackberry fan, then for you the Z10 can be a good enough option. And that's about it for now. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'd really like you to know what do you think about the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Blackberry Z10, and which one of the two would you actually choose and why. So please leave your replies and opinions in the comments down below, I'll be there to reply. Those being said, I'll catch you in the next one, but before you leave, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Cheers!